Hey, what's up, everybody?
Welcome back.
We're back with another Clone Wars review. This is for a distant echo, right?
Yes.
All right.
Season 7, Episode 2.
Yeah. So we just finished watching this, and just want to give our 2 cents about this episode.
Yeah.
I thought it was a pretty good episode again.
Yeah, another great, awesome one. So the episode picks off where it lasted, which was when they find Echo signal.
Yeah, they're gonna go find him.
And so basically, before they take off, Anakin gets Rex, and while Rex is talking to Tech, Anakin's like, "Yeah, we have to go do that thing real fast." And Rex is like,
he's gonna go. He had to go talk to Padme, but he wanted me to know. Like,
yeah, and Rex is like, "What thing?" He's like, the thing.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. And Tech's like, "Yeah, I'll leave you two guys."
I don't know why you were
sort
trying to
this."
hide it. I don't understand why there was a big secret.
Oh no, maybe just because. And so basically, Anakin talks to Padme inside of Rex's, like, I don't know what you call it, like.
It's like a hologram.
No, not the hologram. The thing he was talking, like, his barracks.
Yeah.
Inside of his barracks, and
Yeah, Rex.
he was basically talking to her about, like, Rex during the mission, like his personal life sort of getting on top of him.
Yeah, he's getting too emotional in the missions and whatnot. So.
Yeah, and basically Padme was like, "Oh well, you just have to basically, try to get him not to go that way." Basically, and so while he's in there, Obi-Wan comes up, and Rex is banging on the door, and she was like, "Who is that?" And he goes, "Oh, that's Obi-Wan."
He's looking for him.
And then Obi-Wan's talking to Rex. He's like, "Is he in your barracks?" And
he's like, without
he's like,
you.
"No, he's not in the." And then he's like, "Yeah, he's polishing like my helmet or something." And he's like, "Really?" He's like, "But you're not in there."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, he didn't need me, sir." And then Anakin walks out and he basically tosses Rex's helmet and just pretends like.
Yeah, like that's what he was doing.
Yeah,
But
and he's like, "Don't screw it up again." And Obi-Wan's like, "Yeah, we're going on the mission. We're going." He's like Anakin, but he's like, "Oh, it's gonna be fine." And he's like, Anakin, and then they just leave. And so then they go and travel to the planet Skako.
Yeah, Skako.
And that's where they claim the signal's coming from. And while they're flying, these reptile things emerge, and
some kind of aliens that speak a different language that nobody knows. How that guy Tech has to translate with the same. Apparently, he's the only one who can know what the language is.
And basically, they take Anakin and bring him to like the leader of the alien group or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they thought that they were after them, like they were trying to attack them. But Tech is like, "No, we're here to stop the separatists."
Yeah, they just didn't want war on their planet. That's what they thought they were there for.
Yeah, and basically they lead them to the city where the signal's coming from, and then they have fights with the droids. They weren't those stupid droids where they go, "Roger, Roger." They were different.
Yeah, they were a little bit more advanced. It was similar, but more advanced. I don't know what kind of droids they were.
Yeah, and basically they infiltrate the base where the signal's coming from, and then they split up and find him. And basically, while they find it, they meet into the villain guy, whatever his name.
I don't know what those were. I forget what they're called.
Those droids.
Yeah, they're like half droid, half
human.
Not human, but they're like a cyborg type thing.
Yeah, and then they meet the villain guy through the screen or whatever.
Yeah,
I forget what his name was.
I don't remember.
I think he was in the movies. He might have been. I don't know.
Yeah, because it seemed familiar.
Yeah, he does. But anyway, he was basically saying, "Oh, you clones are destroying everything. You'll never get your."
I think he was in Clone Wars. The
movie
episode 2.
Yeah.
I think he was in that one of those type of characters was in that movie. I could be wrong.
Yeah, he was talking to the clones through the screen. He's like, "Oh, you clones, you're never getting your friend back. He's dead."
Yeah.
And Rex basically called him a liar, and so basically there's like hundreds of droids that show up in there, and they basically kill them all.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool battle.
Yeah, and then Rex and Tech find him inside of like this chamber pod thing.
Yeah.
And he's all tied, has cords in his head and his arms, and he doesn't remember. He's like, where am I? And then Rex tells him, like, it's me, I'm here. And he's like, I thought you were dead. And he's like, oh, thanks for coming back. And then the episode basically ends. And
yeah, so we'll see what happens with Echo next. Again, we'll get him back to normal. Is he just going to be a mess going forward? Who knows?
Yeah, because they claim that he has some sort of intelligence on how to defeat the Separatists in his mind, and that's why they went and got him. And but yeah, it was another good episode this week. Another good story to tell, and it looks pretty good. I mean, but you have to wait and see what happens next week. What will happen next?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's another good episode. Again, they always do a good job making these with this story and whatnot. So I think that's going to wrap it up for this review. If you guys like this video, again, hit that like and give us a subscribe. Until next time.